everyone, it's Mara, doing an update. So I am 24 weeks and 3 days pregnant. Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yes. 24 weeks and 3 days. Which means I've reached viability. Uh, when I first got pregnant, it was very scary because wasn't expecting it, for one thing. But I didn't even have my tack at the time. I just did not know how this whole thing was going to end up. And I still don't, obviously. There's no baby yet. But the fact that I'm at 24 weeks and I've reached viability is awesome. We lost Siobhan at 20, and we lost Ronan at 22. And so we were trying, after losing Siobhan, we were trying very, very hard to get Ronan to 24. And we never made it. So this is a big victory for me, for my health in general, and then for this baby. So this baby has a chance that my twins didn't get. So it makes me very happy for him. Of course, sad for them, but I know that they're happy about it too. They want their little brother to make it because they didn't. So yeah, viability. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And viability means, if anyone's not quite sure, at 24 weeks, your infant, if born, has a 50% survival rate. So it's not great. It's not 100%, but 50 is way more than the 0 they had prior to 24 weeks. They had 0, which is what happened with my twins. They were born healthy babies. They were born alive, healthy, no issues. However, their lungs weren't mature was the main thing. Their lungs weren't mature, and a lot of other their systems and organs just weren't ready to be born yet. At 24 weeks, the lungs have matured quite a bit, and some of the other organs have matured quite a bit. So you get that 50%. And the longer, of course, your baby cooks, the bigger your percentage is survival rate-wise. And this just depends on if you go into labor and your baby's healthy in general, and you've got a good NIC unit to care for your baby. That's where the 50% is coming from. There's a lot of variations to healthier baby. The good NIC unit you have, if it's good or bad or in between. But in general, we can say 50%. I'd love 100, so we're just going to keep on cooking. So that's the big thing this week. I went in for a scan today, my very last cervical scan. I'm not having any more after this because I've reached this point in my pregnancy, and my tack, my tack is doing its job, making it so my cervix is still 4.6, has not changed at all. And I feel I've had like no issues, so I felt really good anyway. So I wasn't worried that something had changed. Way back, I had a day of like some really intense pressure, and that was the one day I've really had. So going in today, seeing my cervix hadn't changed, not a big surprise. It was of course still comforting to see, but I just felt fine, and I just wasn't worried that anything was feeling off. So that's good. I also saw my OB today, but she, again, I mentioned this before, we don't really do much. She might do much now that I'm not doing the cervical checks. But at this moment, she just listened to the heart. Everything was good there, and measured my fundal, and that was at 25 centimeters, so baby's right on target, because I said I'm 24 3 days, so baby's measuring at the right growth or whatever. So everything's good there. So I've been thinking that I want to start doing a weekly update for you, whether I go to the doctor or not. I've just been kind of updating based on my doctor visits and not really anything else, because I think mainly getting to viability was a priority, and then just in general, I didn't have a lot going on, so my cervical checks and how well those worked, where we're going, was kind of my main focus video-wise. But now that I'm going into almost to my 3rd trimester, Doctor's appointments are going to be a little less initially, and then they'll speed up even more towards the end. But yeah, I think I'm just going to do weekly updates and just tell you how things are going with me and my projects, which I'll tell you about in just a second, and just update you weekly on what's going on. So, now that I've reached 24 weeks, we are putting things together and buying we're only buying a few things because it sounds like, thankfully, and I wasn't sure, but it sounds like I am going to get a shower from a family member is going to throw me a shower. So I'm not going to buy anything too crazy, any of those little bits and pieces that I might get off my registry. So I'm not going to buy anything too crazy yet. But we did buy a mattress because we already had the crib. We had the cribs for the twins, so we bought a mattress and we bought the changing table. And I'll do a nursery tour when I get to that point. But in our nursery, this was because of the twins mainly, but we had a little large chair sofa thing. Sorry, I'm a little nauseous. So we had a large chair sofa thing that we were keeping in the nursery to nurse on, and we decided to keep it even though we're just having the one now. But I wanted a cover for it, so it kind of it was a weird leather thing, not very cozy. So I wanted a soft cover for it. Plus I could pick my color, so I picked a gray color, and gray is a really popular color in my nursery, so it's probably the number one color in the nursery. And so I bought the cover, I bought the mattress, and I bought the changing table. And I think that's it. I am starting to stock up on diapers. With the twins, we had bought 2 boxes of newborn diapers, like the fairly big boxes. I think there's 100 and something in each box. So we bought 2 of those. We were going to stockpile a few more. I think 2 more is what I was going to get for the twins. But I think with just one baby, I'm just going to keep it at 1 box of diapers. So now I'm going to start buying some 1s, like size 1, not newborn. Get a little stockpile of those, buy some 2s, and I might stop there. And I'll get a box of wipes also. So I guess that answered the question if anyone was wondering. Cloth diapers, regular, or cloth diapers are disposable. I actually am a cloth diaper person. I'm totally 100% for cloth diapers. But my husband is not. And I tried. He even said, this is one of those things that I'm putting my foot down. I'll bend to your will, my dear. This is not one of them. So I've got to give in to a little bit. I can't put my foot down just because I think this or that. So even though I'm really eco-friendly and I try to do cloth things, we don't buy a lot of paper towels. Well, I have paper towels, but I have them for a long time because I don't use them unless I'm absolutely desperate. I usually use cloth everything except for toilet paper. So, but because he put his foot down and I respect him, we're going to go ahead and do disposables. So, and I think he's just got an ick factor that he can't get over. And I don't have that same issue, but I'm going to give this to him. Plus, if I want him to change diapers and help me with diapers, I'm going to try to make it a little bit easier for him. So, unfortunately, we are doing cloth diapers, but, disposable diapers. But that's okay. It's something I'm just going to let go on my end. So I have some diapers I'm stockpiling. I've got a few little outfits. Maybe on the next video next week, I'll show you the few little outfits that I bought. And then I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm just going to wait till the shower and, just see what I get, and then whatever I don't get, then I'll make other purchases. Because I don't want to buy too much and then have too much, because I really don't want excess either. So, or too much of one size or any of that nonsense. So I've been sewing a little bit for baby. I even bought a couple books. So actually, I've got some books that I purchased, along with the mattress and the sofa cover and the changing table. That are sewing books for kids, for maybe babies, but probably babies, toddlers, ages. So here's the first one. Baby Says Sew. And this one I really, really like, so I highly recommend it, and I'll tell you why compared to the other two I got, because a lot of the stuff, and the author talks throughout the book about her son liking this, her son liking this, and that was the key there, is that she is making things that were for boys, not exclusively for boys by any means, but more for boys, and in the other books they were more for girls. So there's only certain things I can make out of these other books, where this book, I can make almost absolutely everything in here. And there's a lot of cute toys. You'll see some blocks in a little bag. That's in the book. There's a lot of cute toys. There's a bear thing that's totally adorable. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it. Super Bear. So it's like a toy with a little cape on the back. I loved that. I thought that was great. I'm trying to be very quick, sorry, because I'm going to talk about the other two also. Hats, you see, I'm about knitting hats, or knitted hats that are sewn. Cute little sheep, I thought these were cute. I think they're little toy, they're like stuffed pillows. So really good book, because, you know, not only is it good for boys, but in general it's gender neutral, so boy, girl, and it's not just one or the other. Which is what I really want. So this one is definitely a good one. Baby says so. The other one is, this is one of the one that I was saying was mainly girl stuff, and that's Amy Butler's Little Stitches for Little Ones. Good book, by the way. Good book, but there's a lot of, like, dresses and stuff like that, you know, I'm just, unless my boy wants to wear a dress, I'm not going to make him a dress, okay? But there's some cute little toys and like stuffed, I call them softies in my world, but stuffed items. Amy Butler, she's known for her bags. So she's got a diaper bag and another little like tote bag type thing in here. So those I'm sure are wonderful. I'm even thinking about making the one. There's a padded changing table thing in it. I've just bought the changing table. It has a pad, so I'm not gonna do this one, but it looks really cool. It's something that you could put on top of a dresser. Let's see, what else was good in this one? Sorry, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to think fast. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of little dresses and cute girly hats and stuff. There was one boy hat, like a little kimono, and the kimono is not necessarily for boy or girl, but I don't know, you know, I'm just not sure I'll sew him a kimono. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the Amy Butler's, it was really good, but I won't sew a lot out of it like I will the one I just showed you. And then the other one is Simple Sewing for Baby. And this one's kind of half and half. There's some good and bad. But a little better than Amy Butler's. It was, there were more things that I could sew for a boy. Bags, let's see, a stroller bag, softies, again, more like stuffed animals, a quilt, a bib, let's see here. Oh, this one had something. I think the reason why I bought this one is for the snuggler. You see a little, snuggler thing. I can't even remember what it's called now. So you can wrap your baby up like a little burrito. Here's another little picture of the snuggler. So this is actually why I bought the book, was because of that particular project. But there are definitely a lot of good projects in it. So there's even not a boppy nursing pillow, also known as a boppy these days. So I bought these books and I'm sewing from them, and there's a lot of projects I really liked in that first book, so I'm definitely going to sew probably the whole darn thing. Maybe not at once, but over time, as baby grows up, I'm going to sew him these various things in there. I've been on Pinterest trying to find some things to sew, and I found some PP teepees. And if someone doesn't know what those are, if you're having a little boy, they're little covers that you put over the boy's parts while you're changing his diaper so that he doesn't pee on you. Little boys tend to pee on their moms and dads. So I made the TP or the PP teepees already. They were so simple, really simple pattern for those who are new to sewing. It's a good project, so I'm going to show them to you. So there's one right there. And this is actually one of the fabrics from my nursery, because I bought the fabric and made a bunch of stuff already, the bedding and the curtain and some other things, and so I made these two. It's a cute little fabric. It's got little bugs and snails and birds and there's a turtle on here hiding somewhere. There's a little beehive, so there's that. But I've made like a whole stack of PPTPs. So there's some terry cloth inside. So yeah, I made a stack of these for baby boy, and I'm just going to put them near the changing table, on the shelf on the changing table. I'm going to make some burp cloths. It's another pattern I found on Pinterest. So those are something I'll probably do in the next couple weeks, and I'll show you when I'm done. So yeah, definitely been sewing and trying to prepare the nursery, and I've got a lot of fabric because of me, you know, doing the bedding and stuff. So I have a lot to use. So I'm just going to sew as much as I can. And things like this, the PPTPs and the burp cloths are so simple and easy. They don't use a lot of fabric, and I can whip up quite a few. Like the PPTPs, there's 6 here, and I did it like in an hour and a half. So yeah, it was really simple and easy to make that many. Burp cloths are probably even going to be easier because they're not that funny little cone shape. What else? Working on the nursery. My husband's working on the dresser, and we're gonna put the, like a primer. It's not quite a primer, but because we're staining it, we're gonna put the primer on this weekend, and we might even start staining this weekend, depending on how fast the primer dries. I'm still not sure about the color. We talked about it in the Lowe's, and we bought a color, and I think I'm gonna take it back and get a different one. I'm not sure about it. I don't want to reveal it yet, but as it comes together, I'll let you guys know. And that's about it. So I just wanted to show you 2 more things because it's getting kind of long and I've just rattled off. I'm going to do a belly shot at the end, and then I want to talk about this item I bought from Etsy. So I'm going to grab it here. So it's a robe. It's a maternity robe, and I bought it because, you know, you deliver at the hospital, and you're wearing the gown they put you in. But you're taking all these photos of you and baby and etc. So I bought this maternity robe, and it's like it may look a little purplish to you, but it's like a bluish gray, and you see it's got the floral pattern and stuff. So it's just a maternity robe. It's meant for a bigger belly, so you can wear it. I'll probably start wearing it anytime now. It's really lightweight. As you can see, it's just a normal cotton. And I'm going to attach a picture of me wearing it so you can see the structure a little bit more. But it's also something I found on Pinterest. I found the link through Pinterest, and I went through and I bought it, and it was only $40, you know, plus tax and all those other things. Not tax, but shipping. It goes all the way to the ground. I mean, it's all the way to my feet. There's pockets in it, and there's a tie. There's an inside tie, you know, like in normal robes, there's like a little skinny tie, and then there's a tie that wraps all the way around. And it's and it fit perfectly. So the size I got fit perfectly, and it's got room for my growing belly because I still got about 13 weeks to go. So it's really wonderful. I just want to say how great it is. I'm going to put the link below so you guys can click and look at this lady's shop. She is from India. So if you're going to order one, just give yourself a little bit of time. I ordered mine at the very end of February, and I just got it today. So, and she makes them. She hand makes them herself. So you have to give her a little time to sew it, but the shipping was actually way faster than I thought, because I told her I wanted it by April, and it's just the first part of March. So she moved way faster than I was expecting. So I highly recommend her. It was, like I said, around $40 for the robe. It's just a simple cotton robe, which is good because you don't want to get too hot, but like a little coverage, and it's pretty. I mean, I got the gray, but she has a bunch of different colors on there, a bunch of different styles. Like she has like a, not kimono, this is more like kimono. I'm trying to think of the word I want. Anyways, I'll put the link there so that you can look at it. So, lastly, I'll show you the belly. Definitely getting bigger, thankfully. Sorry, step back a little bit. So there's from the front. I'm getting wider, that's for sure. In there, and he's been kicking, definitely. And my boobs, again, they're gigantic. They've gotten quite large. So that's it. I hope everybody's good. Oh, I want to address one thing. Someone had a question. Sorry, question at the very end. They were asking if I'm still working. Yes, what you just saw was my work outfit. I work at a desk, so I am still working with my tack and my pregnancy because of that. I think if I was working at a different job, I would not be able to work. So I work full-time, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I work a very normal desk job, so I don't have any issues with overexerting myself. I think the hardest thing I do is file. So I pull open, like my file thing back here, pull open the file drawer, put things in and out. Most of the time I just sit at my desk and type. That's what I do all day, talk on the phone. So yeah, someone asked if I still work, and right now I am. I mean, if something goes funny, I might not. But because my job is physically easy, I imagine I'll work up till towards the end. I haven't quite decided that, but I will talk about labor and delivery and birth stuff in a separate video. So I'll wait because it's a little early to start delving into that thing. But since we're talking mainly nursery now, that's what we're doing here at home. I think my first few videos are going to be mainly about nursery stuff. So that's it. I hope everybody's doing well. More questions definitely welcomed. And I may not cover it instantly. I may just do a whole video on something if it's kind of like they're all related. And that's it. So I hope everybody's doing good. Bye.